No, it was supposed to be my pentakill. Why did you die to me? I killed down no 1, 2, 3 for champions. I can't believe you're trolling. No, it was supposed to be my pentakill. Why did you die to me? I killed down no 1, 2, 3 for champions. I can't believe you're trolling.
Wait a minute!
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to round number 3 of the 2020 MotoOption Clothing Supercross Series here in MX Simulator. My name is Kellen Brower here from Start Your Systems, and we are bringing you guys the action.
Another weekend, a new story. I found a diamond in the darkest mine. We started speaking, a smooth talking, a tiptoe over the borderline. She left her lipstick on my cheek.
But it's time for round 3 of the 250 East Division Championship here in MX Simulator. Houston 3 lined up and ready to go. Let's drop the gate in the 250 main event. Controls it to the first corner and he's going to get it. Nathan Prin, no, just beat to the line. RaceTractorGaming.com whole shot award goes to Hubbard. Prin a big mistake, and there goes Eaglin to the lead. Now Prin trying to cut back up. Prin down the inside in the sand to the lead. And back out front on the 42. About half a lap left to go. Nathan Prin on the verge of, I believe, making history here tonight too.
A cold sweating, it's hard to make it through the day today.
Nathan Prin has won his first career 250 Supercross main event. Colby Eaglin looks like he will settle for second for the second week in a row. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's round 3 at Houston. Does he get the whole shot? He may have just been tipped by Jack Haley as Leclerc goes 3 ends into the lead. Leclerc to the front, and Haley's right there with him. It's the race lead on Leclerc, and he's got it. Jack Haley to the lead at the end of lap number 1. Oh, Haley down. He OJ'd into the corner, and he fell off the bike immediately. Carter goes by. There goes Castaneda to sell.
She vanished in the blade, and I can barely sleep. Yeah, so got her lipstick on my cheek. I turned around, she vanished in the blade.
We've seen him do it in years past, and it's going to result in his first win of the year. Alexis Leclerc has won the Houston 3 Supercross. For over a decade, the best riders in the world have met right here. This is the pinnacle of MX Simulator.
And he takes his teammate down!
To win, it takes dedication, skill, grit, and desire.
Leclerc underneath of him, punts him up.
This is the battleground. It all starts right here, right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to MotoOption Supercross.
I'll never back down. I'll get up, when I'm bleeding, barely breathing. I'll never back down. I'll get up, when I'm feeling broken and beaten. I got a fire in my soul, the fear's taking hold, but I can't get control of my own life. I'll never back down. I'll get up, when I'm bleeding, undefeated. I'll never back down. I'll never back down.
From Tampa, Florida, riding for Moto Playground, number 14, Tyler Lane.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want, so I'll take it on. I've made mistakes, but mistakes make you strong. Let's break it down for a minute.
From Lake Havasu City, Arizona, riding for MV Films, number 20, Jeremy Cohenauer. From Portland, Oregon, riding for BPC, number 21, Chase Blakely.
Boy, you should keep your space. H-Block, this is not your place. Bro, this pump your ass like a balloon. Wanna play around, I bet you lose. Sit your ass down, don't move. Gelati, yeah, we running with the toes. Shot it like to sip up on the goose. White girl got me feeling like a loony. Looney Tune, we running with the loop. My gun is my just running.
From Orlando, Florida, riding for atom.com, number 17, Adam Holmes. From Los Angeles, California, riding for Moto Playground, 2019 250 East Champion, number 26, Isaiah Dickerson. From Costa Mesa, California, riding for SwapMotoLive.com, 2020 250 West Champion, number 19, Braden Carter.
Never gonna stop, never gonna stop. Going to the top, Kobe with the shot. Cooking like a pop, I said this shit. Popping like a kernel, I was never taught. CBA, never said, I've been on my grind for 7 days. Need a raise, swear to God I'll never be the same. TBH, TBH, yeah, CBA, never say, I've been on my grind for 7 days. Need a raise, swear to God I'll never be the same. TBH, TBH, yeah, she tell me just do it cause I'm
From Peachtree City, Georgia, riding for Panini Motorsports Underground RC, number 6, Colton Mitchell. From Picardy, France, riding for AJ Originals, 2018 Supercross Champion, number 7, Alexis Leclerc. From El Paso, Texas, riding for Jack Daniels Racing, 2019 Supercross Champion, number 2, Jack Haley.
No matter who you are, now our future is gone. Monsters recreated all around. We have to survive now, sunshine is gone. What's left of the world live under the ground. But through the cold and fear, we see the dawn. We'll fight like the devil.
Tell her pull up to the villa. My shit ain't really, she realize. I'm on a mic, it's a thriller. Walk on the cook, call me Kimba. I might kill our shit, yeah. I might rid our shit.
From Warner Robins, Georgia, riding for Panini Motorsports Underground RC, your defending Supercross champion, number 1, Jeremy Siebel.
Hopping on my roast, yeah, bad bitch on my phone. Running up, I keep it low. Getting money, brody, she never told. No sticking so mad, I'ma go. The whole fuck, cause I fucking in my back and I phone on basic call. I told her shorty to rake it on. All I need is shit facing on. Hop in the coupe, I race it on. Bad little bitch in the car. Shorty's recording noise.
Hello, can you guys hear me? Sorry about that with the microphone issues already. Oh my gosh, you guys are yelling in chat. Okay, so welcome back, everybody, if you missed that intro there. Round number 4 of the 2020 MotoOption SX Series. Live here on Starter Systems. Kellen Brower here in the booth. Sorry about the mic issues. I tested that beforehand, and it still seemed to not work, so... Okay, whoa. I got it. Okay, fixed now. You guys say yes, good, got it. All right, cool, thanks. I'm just trying to keep track of everything. So let's go ahead and take a look at our season schedule. Talked briefly about it before my microphone was fixed. But yeah, season schedule is as the following. We are in Indianapolis right now, and we'll be in Indianapolis for the next 3 weeks, February 3rd and February 10th. So as I kind of tried to mention there at the beginning, but sorry, the microphone was a little bit messed up. We're going to be in Indy for the next 3 weeks, but we will actually have round 5 after the real round 5 of Supercross that Tuesday, and then the next Wednesday will be round 5 in this game. Then round 6 will be the following Wednesday after the Saturday race, which will be round 6 in real life. And then technically speaking, we're going to be a little bit behind real Supercross all the way up until we're basically in Atlanta. So we're going to be a little bit behind after this triple header is over, but we're going to be enjoying the time here in Indianapolis, and hopefully we'll have some good ones. Here's the SX 101 for tonight. This is the format for the event if you haven't been with us before in MotoOption Supercross Racing. Top 40 advanced from qualifying. They got the track an hour ago, and they've been putting in laps right now. So top 40 advance, and each class will run 2 heat races where the top 9 will advance to the main events. 2 last chance qualifiers where the top 4 each will advance from those to make up our 22-rider 250 East main event. Goes for 15 minutes plus a lap. And our 22-rider 450 main event that will go 20 minutes plus a lap as well. So, I don't know. You guys are saying the mic's broken again. Mic is broke. What is happening? I think you guys are just messing with me. So, at this point, yeah, you guys are just messing with me. Let's go ahead and jump back to the live scene here. I want to take a look at qualifying times real quickly. Qualifying so far, Colton Mitchell, Walter Gebhardt, Tyler Lang, Adam Holm, and Braden Carter at the top. And it looks like Jack Haley early on was a little bit further down here. That's your current points leader. Alexis Leclerc, let's see, looks like he had not run a time to this point. Let's see if I get a quick refresh here, and hopefully this doesn't take too long. And a quick refresh, let's see. Is Leclerc still down there? Yeah, Leclerc, did he not run a time tonight, ladies and gentlemen? That would be something, as didn't really want that to load up. Keep looking at qualifying time. So Leclerc apparently not running a time just yet, but we'll see whether or not he actually made it in. In the 250 East Division, Jacob Hubbard, Colby Eaglin, Nick Tomasunis, Daniel Irvine, and Ben Seberg up there. So looks like Eaglin and Hubbard ready to continue battle. We're not seeing last week's winner, Nathan Prynne, towards the front. Doesn't mean that he has not ran a lap time just yet, but didn't see the French flag displayed anywhere there, so maybe we will not have Nathan Prynne this week, so it opens up the door of opportunity for perhaps a new winner or a different winner. I don't know. Yeah, I think you guys are messing with me, so I'm just gonna leave it. Back to our standings, though, real quick. Jack Haley with a 9-point lead over Alexis Leclerc after those first 2 wins on the year, and then finishing up third at round number 3. Leclerc able to get that first win of the season out of the way last week, so he's definitely looking to be a bit of a player. Tyler Lang had a brutal round 3 after the first 2 rounds were 2 second-place finishes for him, so he dropped to 4th in the standings, now behind Braden Carter. Adam Holm snuck up last week, had some good riding, and moved into 5th in the standings. And you'll notice if we go way down the list here a little ways, you'll see last week's champion, Jeremy Siebold, 25th place. Missed the last 2 main events straight up, and we'll see whether or not he can turn it around here tonight. And then 250 East standings, Colby Eaglin up by 6 points over Jacob Hubbard right now. Hubbard, the winner at round 2, obviously Nathan Prynne getting that win last week. He was well down the order because he had only raced the opener, didn't race the second round, so goes from well down the order up into 5th in the standings. But we got Daniel Mills and Luke Sullivan splitting those guys as well. And that's a quick look at your standings before we jump back into the server here. And I'm going to need to disconnect and reconnect for this heat race coming up. I mean, I can literally see that the mic is fine, so you guys can keep yelling about the microphone being broken, but I actually can see that I'm picking up audio on the microphone. So, yeah, everybody that's yelling in chat about the microphone, just calm thyselves, please. So 250 East Heat number 1 coming up first here. Daniel Mills, Jack Daniels Racing will be in this one. Dominic Tiberino, Jack Gatland, Barry Brands, Rasmus Balzer, Jacob Hubbard, also in this one, Colton Hansen, Nick Tomasunis, Seth Shirley, Anthony Pachone, Ben Seberg, Darius Peterson, just to name a few. And remember, top 9 only going through in this one, so you're going to want to get a good start, get out front early. This racetrack is very challenging tonight. A couple rhythm sections that these 250 guys might struggle to find their way through, but we're set to go racing here live on Start Your Systems. It's the Indy 1 Supercross in MX Simulator. Ooh, McIntosh, we were looking at it on the start, got a little sideways and hit some riders and caused a big melee into the first corner. How about it for Casey Cochran? The Moto Playground Gas number 90 gets the whole shot in this one, and he's out front early. Just made his first main event last week and is trying to get away in this heat race to maybe make his second one right here. We have Thomas Sunis dealing with Dalton Plessinger, who's riding Walter Gebhardt's bike and skins. I'm not sure why Plessinger always seems to do this, but he's battling here in third, and trying to go to the race lead is Thomas Sunis on the outside. Cochran back up the inside, block passes him, and they're going to go almost 3 wide over the Supercross triple here. Nice action there from Cochran. I thought Thomas Sunis maybe had that pass made, but Cochran trying to hold on to this race lead and not let these guys mess with his head too much. So Thomas Sunis going to go back to work. Looks like we got a pass. Dalton Plessinger having the the 800 of Rockefeller. Looked like the 999, but that was Thomas Sunis obviously dealing with Cochran up here. So the battle for the lead continues. Everybody tried to get to that inside. Cochran cannot do the finish line jump. Very tricky finish line jump this week as well. Really big out of a tight inside corner. So through the whoops we go, and Thomas Sunis crashes out of the lead. That's going to give Dalton Plessinger the race lead. So it's now Plessinger to the front. Cochran able to hold on to second over his teammate Rockefeller in third. We got McIntosh in fourth. Ben Seberg rounding out your top 5. But that's just the top 5, ladies and gentlemen, because you need to see top 9 go through out of this one. Gable runs in 6th ahead of Ryan Mahan. We got Seth Shirley holding down 8th, and Colton Hansen is in the final transfer spot right now. He's right there behind Seth Shirley on that 441. Shirley actually a heat race winner last week with Barry Brands, Anthony Pachone, and Jacob Hubbard, your round 2 winner, all closing up from the back here. Got a difference in lines in this section here. We got guys going inside trying to go double, quad, triple, single, or go outside triple, on, off, triple, double through the section. And these 250 guys are going to have to make things really interesting with how little power they have compared to the 450s, as Cochran has made a mistake and is now behind Hubbard. So I think, we got a ton of riders down in this corner right now as everybody's trying to get up. Your race leader is in that mess. Dalton Plessinger, as he's trying to get it righted, and now he's gone invis, so he's either disconnected or, and then Seberg lands on the top of Rogan McIntosh. As we head back up towards the front and see that Aaron Rockefeller has gone to the race lead, and McIntosh now moves into second after Seberg lands on him. So it's Rockefeller leading from McIntosh, who gets that rhythm line clean right there. He's trying to go 2-4-3-1 through the rhythm. By far the most technical split option that we've seen this year. Double triple over the finish. Rockefeller tries to hold down the inside of the whoops. McIntosh gets a great drive to the outside. He's going to try to square him back off. And everybody flies down into this corner under the tunnel jump. And then split lines. Outside you go 2-3-1, or inside you go roll 2-3. So the 3 out option is great and preferred as McIntosh tries to go for the race lead and lays it down. That's going to give Rockefeller a huge lead, and somehow McIntosh gets up still in second place as Charles Gable's dealing with McIntosh's teammate there, the number 11 of Jacob Hubbard, as he's trying to go down the inside of Gable. Can't quite lock onto him yet. There we go, the SmartMotoLive.com effort. So you see 2 and then 4-3, whereas the other option used there by Gable was the triple on off triple double line. Gable, a little slide out, comes back across Casey Cochran's nose. So Cochran has found his way back up inside of the top 5. He is running in 5th spot right now, but he's going to go to 4th on Gable. Cochran wasting no time to make the pass on the 396. Meanwhile, we got a rider off the track. That was Hubbard. So Hubbard off the track after the whoops, drops from 3rd back to 6th. Trying to work on Thomas Sunis. Got a nice little 4-rider pack here, almost a 5-rider pack, battling it out. Cochran now stretching it out as Thomas Sunis gets punted there by Hubbard, who is coming in. And Thomas Sunis is trying to get up before this pack gets there, but he's not going to do it. He's now 10th and behind Anthony Pachone. So Pachone holding down the final transfer spot, trying to go to work now on Colton Hansen. All these guys missing the rhythm lane, and here comes Thomas Sunis, who got it. He's going to jump. Oh, I thought he was going to jump to the inside there. So Pachone's trying to go up into 8th. Hansen, might have Thomas Sunis sneak down his inside. It's going to be bar to bar for 9th. Doolies will really try-lees over the finish line jump. My goodness, the riders are down. That is that Cochran? No, that is Rockefeller, and Colton Hansen is getting up sideways in the track there. Was Pachone got into the side of Rockefeller. Here comes Ben Seberg on the 14 and Seth Shirley on the 441. Now he just moved into the final transfer spot, I believe. Yeah, Shirley into 9th. Two, 3-1 option closing up onto his teammate there, and Pachone goes down. So Thomas Sunis now becomes the next rider that's going to have a shot here at Seth Shirley, perhaps. It's Rogan McIntosh leading this race, by the way, after Rockefeller crashed it away, and Thomas Sunis just made a little bobble in that rhythm lane, so it's actually going to stifle his chance at Shirley, and Shirley's working on Ben Seberg up there. Not teammates, but Shirley goes down, so that's going to put Thomas Sunis into the final transfer spot. A lot of problems in this bull corner down here before the whoops. Everybody tripling in and going down. But now Thomas Sunis is in that final transfer spot. Can he hold it? Time has expired, so white flag will come out next time by. But really, these guys are all so close together. It could be anybody's race. Colton Hansen trying to hold off Thomas Sunis from behind. He's going to go that single and then triple double line. Thomas Sunis puts him down, though. It wasn't even for transfer, and Hansen now goes outside of transfer behind Ryan Mahan, the KG veteran out of Ohio. So can Mahan hold on to this final spot as the white flag now waves for your race leaders? Mahan a little short. Hansen is going to triple down the inside and get back by him. Now Mahan's going to have a great drive into the whoops here. Can he use it to his advantage as Hansen gets a little wayward and goes down? Mahan just misses him and goes up into that final transfer spot. Seth Shirley trying to close that gap down here. So it's Mahan, Thomas Sunis up here chasing down Rockefeller. We've got Ben Seberg, Charles Gable, Dominic Tiberino, Rogan McIntosh, Hubbard, and Cochran trying to win this heat race. Remember, Cochran last week missed the heat race transfer on cuts, had to go through the LCQ, and then ended up having to semi-decent main event as well. He's blowing this rhythm section. That's going to give Hubbard the lead with 1 turn to go. So into the whoops they go. Can Cochran get Hubbard back, or is Hubbard going to take this win? No, it is going to be Jacob Hubbard winning heat number 1, a very eventful heat number 1 here, as Cochran crosses the line over there in second. Tiberino third with McIntosh in fourth. Here's Charles Gable. He's going to come in down and bring it home in fifth. Ben Seberg should roll to the line no problem in sixth. Seventh, we'll go to Rockefeller ahead of Tomasunis in eighth. And Ryan Mahan heading to the main event in ninth, with Seth Shirley just missing out there, a little over a second behind in the end. Rasmus Balzer, very fast Danish rider. Daniel Mills is headed to the LCQ. Darius Peterson, Barry Brands, Jack Gatlin, Anthony Pachone, Colton Hansen, Chris Post, Seth Garrett, Dalton Plessinger, all headed to that last chance qualifier. That's actually already a pretty hefty LCQ for this 250 division. So we're going to wait and see cuts-wise whether or not... And cuts came in. No, it did not change. Mahan holds the position. Tomasunis, Rockefeller, Seberg, Gable, McIntosh, Tiberino, Cochran, and Hubbard headed to the main event out of 250 East Heat number 1. So Hubbard looking to have a much better night than the third round went for him after picking up the win at round number 2. Just couldn't really get the ball rolling in the third round to repeat that victory. Only 6 points down the championship, in a very prime position now with that heat race victory to get a good start in the main event and maybe sneak out of here with his second career victory, and perhaps the red plates as well, as we'll see Colby Eaglin coming up here in this second heat race. Eaglin, the defending 250 East champion, 5 career wins to his name, looking for his 6th career win here tonight. Should also see the likes of Luke Sullivan in this next heat race as well. I want to give a shout out to MotoOption Clothing, though, while we're in this quick little intermission between heat races. Founded in 2005 out of pure love for motorsports and designs, MotoOption has continued to reinvent what a clothing company is all about. They pride themselves on staying true and giving back to the sports that support them. They support local tracks and organizations as well as maintain a large athlete sponsorship program. MotoOption gives back to the sports that fuel us. Run by racers, for racers, they are motorsports. So big thanks to MotoOption. 10th year of MotoOption Clothing Supercross as well. 12 years of competitive MX Simulator Supercross racing, going all the way back to 2010 when this series started. And the tracks back then were made by JLV, the game creator, and the series was run by JLV, the game creator, and then Race Factory Gaming, came in 2012, took over the series, and with it brought title sponsor MotoOption Clothing with them, and MotoOption has been with us ever since as the title sponsor of MotoOption Supercross. So big shout out to them. Always thankful for the support that they've given us over the years. I also wanted to shout out in chat. Saw this come through earlier, and I apologize that I missed it. And I can't seem to find it anymore. But there was a donation, and I really appreciate that donation. I am deeply sorry that I didn't catch it, but I very much appreciate the donation that came through. And I saw that he had a little message there. Whoop. Mistake. There we go. Had a little message there about stream quality, and happy to see the stream quality looking good this year. Yeah, I mean, appreciate it, everybody. I hope you guys enjoy the show. All right, 250 East Heat number 2 coming up. Jeremy Schiabro, that's a name we haven't seen in a while around here. Tyler Shields, Colby Eaglin, Bob Joe, Nate Tunnel, Benjamin Miljkovic, Tanner Thorson, Clay Alfrey, Fernando Andrade, Luke Sullivan, Rasmus Eriksson, Emmett Sun, Daniel Irvine, Trevor Spencer, J.R. Reyes, Austin Bear, Ryan Pinkerton, Jonathan Alexander, Caleb Hall, all lining up for this 250 East Heat Race number 2. Yeah, Charles Boswell. Yes, you were the guy that donated. I apologize that I missed your name earlier. But thank you so much for the donation. Like I said, very much appreciated. All donations are very much appreciated here. I love doing these streams. I quite honestly have always enjoyed doing these streams for you guys. So the donations are seriously just an extra little perk for me because we always put these streams on for free. Always enjoyed the coverage and always have enjoyed you folks stopping by and watching it. So thank you so much. .250 East, heat number 2 on the gate and ready to go, though, ladies and gentlemen. Top 9 headed to the main event. We're going to find out who those top 9 are right now, as for some reason I do not have Colby Eaglin's skins, which is a bit of a bummer, but Bob Joe in the middle. Everybody loves a little bit of Bob Joe as we go racing in heat number 2 at Indy. Man, a lot of people jumped the gate right there. We might have a whole shot from the outside with how many people jumped the gate, and it will be an outside man getting to the corner first, but he's going to get beat by the inside as Trevor Spencer goes to the race lead here early. I'm not quite sure if he got the whole shot. We got riders getting up sideways in the track who are down in the first corner, and they just sneak through as Spencer comes by. Going to see that probably a lot in real life this weekend. Spencer getting a little sideways coming into the corner, trying to make it a SwapMotoLive.com heat race sweep here. Tyler Shields, Tanner Thorson, and it was Caleb Hall on the 561 coming from the outside that nearly snagged the whole shot. He was outside of the box, but so many people on the inside had jumped the gate. Nearly snuck in and got that whole shot. So Spencer, a little bobble out front, isn't going to get the preferred line. Here comes Tyler Shields for the race lead. The 777 to the front is getting a little out of shape in the whoopso, but can he corral together? Yes, he does. Jumps this double into the finish line and leads our first lap through here. This is one of the few circumstances where the first lap is really like the full first lap. Like you pretty much come onto the main track after the start turn underneath the finish line jump. So to get to the actual finish line jump, for those of you that might play like Pulpamex Fantasy or something, like it's literally a full lap this week to get to the first to the finish line in Pulp Fantasy. So just something to keep in mind. But Shields still holding it on as Trevor Spencer. Going to hit the line that he couldn't get the first lap. No, he's not going to get the triple. Caleb Hall has now moved up into the 3 ride. Jeremy Schiabro running here in 4th. Got Clay Alfrey. We got a bunch of guys, actually. Clay Alfrey, Daniel Irvine, Austin Bear, Bob Joe, Luke Sullivan, Colby Eaglin, Tanner Thorson, as Eaglin gets sent by Thorson. And Eaglin's going backwards, folks. This is, I think, P12 here. No, P10, I'm sorry, out of Thorson. But Eaglin was right on the verge there of transfer. We got Luke Sullivan in the final transfer spot right now. He's trying to catch Bob Joe as Tanner Thorson goes down out of 10th. Sullivan trying to square back up underneath of Austin Bear here. 2-3, up the inside and puts Bob Joe down. Austin Bear becoming public enemy number 1 right here. Daniel Irvine, Clay Alfrey, Jeremy Schiabro. You can see how difficult it is for these 250 guys to hit that double quad line, though. And rider down, that was Schiabro. Schiabro hitting the deck. And now goes behind Eaglin, so I believe Eaglin just moved. Yeah, he's now up into the final transfer spot, or actually he's up to 8th as Austin Bear goes down in front of him and takes him with him. So Bear's trying to get up, as is Eaglin, and then Bob Joe comes in and parks Austin Bear. Austin Bear, remember, put Bob Joe on the ground earlier. Now Eaglin up the inside of Bob Joe. He's trying to run the 103 off the track, and these guys down in 12th right now. Bob Joe comes back up the inside to make the pass back. Now Eaglin back up the inside of him, gets the pass done. Nice move there. Ryan Pinkerton, J.R. Reyes, Noah Viney. So Noah Viney, I believe, is in the final transfer spot right now. A little out of shape there. Entering the whoops, we got a lot. Oh, and Viney is going to go down. He was actually in 8th. So this is going to shuffle up a lot of stuff here as like literally a whole pack of riders comes through. So JR Reyes goes up to 8th. Bob Joe is now in 9th. He's side by side with Tanner Thorson. They're almost going to make contact, and Bob Joe does go down. So it's Thorson into the final transfer spot. Eaglin, Austin Bears right there. And Thorson's just trying to hold on. Thorson, a little mistake, has lost some ground, though. And that should put Austin Bear into the final transfer spot, I believe. So Bear now holding on over Ryan Pinkerton on the TM Factory Racing effort. TheVlastMX.com. Supported teamed. Gets that quad, but cannot get the triple single after it. Oh, Pinkerton down and splitting them. That was Thorson and Eaglin. Gosh, these guys still are battling back here. Only 5 minutes into this, so we still have a whole minute and a lap left to go. Through the whoops, Eaglin just trying to ride that rear tire and maybe catch up some ground to Austin Bear. Austin Bear is in this final transfer spot, but he jumps off the track. Fortunately, not too far, but doesn't get that triple cleanly. So Eaglin definitely lurking back there. Up over the tunnel jump. He's closed up on JR Reyes. And they're going to try to go 2-4. Eaglin is going to get the 2-4 compared to these guys not getting it. He's going to jump to the outside of them. Bear makes the pass on JR Reyes. Now Eaglin around the outside on JR Reyes. Gets into the final transfer spot. He's trying to size up Austin Bear now. They're going to go bar to bar over the finish line jump, and Eaglin going to shoot down the inside and make this pass go up into 8th. So Schiabro well up the road. Looks like 8th is going to be the best Eaglin can do, giving his rival Jacob Hubbard a huge advantage for gate pick. White flag about to come out. Daniel Irvine was down after the tunnel jump, so he's going to go behind Schiabro, but he's still up in 7th. Quad double-double there for Schiabro. Sullivan trying to close up on Clay Alfrey. And, oh, he just put Lapter Header down. One of the TMFR Vlast MX riders by the looks of it. Clay Alfrey to the outside. Inside move for Sullivan. A nice pass done in the end with the number 18 Team Nami machine. The Team Nami that rides Hondas and has Honda logos on their jersey. Not respecting the brand, yo. Oh, Caleb Hall, yard sales after the triple there. Still Tyler Shields leading this race, though, and he's going to bring us down and take the win here. How about this one? Tyler Shields wins 250 East Heat number 2. A great ride out of the 777 stool band ride. Spencer crosses the line 2nd. It's Luke Sullivan getting 3rd here. Clay Alfrey will get 4th. Daniel Irvine looking to get 5th in this one. He'll do so with this inside double. It's 6th for Schiabro, 7th for Caleb Hall, 8th for Colby Eagland. P9 is going to go to Emmett Sund. So he'll get that final transfer spot. JR Ray is fighting to the flag here with Noah Viney. Couple of pretty good real-life amateur riders battling there for 10th. Tanner Thorson will finish up in 12th. Milchkovic comes across 13th. Jonathan Alexander 14th. Bob Joe, everybody's favorite rider on the track out there, he's going to come across in 16th actually, as Jonathan Alexander finished up in 15th. Austin Bear, Nate Tunnel, Fernando Andrade, and Rasmus Eriksson not going through out of this one. So cuts looks like they have not changed anything inside of the top 9. And Tyler Shields, as far as I know, this is his first career heat race victory. So how about that? Got a newbie taking the heat race win. That's always good to see. New face at the front like this. I mean, if it's an alias of somebody who's banned, usually like someone who's banned that wants to get back in and race is someone that's like really, really good. And I'm not saying Bob Joe is bad, but like, I guess maybe he could be throwing so that he doesn't look really good. But like usually what happens is someone gets banned. They were really good. They really wanted to compete. They still have fun in the game. So they decide to race anyway. And then everybody knows it's them because they finished like third out of nowhere with a name no one's ever heard of. And that's not exactly happening with Bob Joe, but it could be. I mean, we've seen people share skins in this game for years, so it's nothing new. Did want to give a shout out to another sponsor though while we're in a bit of an intermission here. And let's give a shout out to Phil Ski and Snowboard. Phil Ski and Snowboard is your one-stop shop for all things ski and snowboard. They have over 35 years of industry experience, along with a youthful and knowledgeable staff, giving you the best experience you can find in Orange County, whether it's tune-ups and repairs, seasonal leases, retail, or just giving information on the latest and greatest equipment. They're here to make sure you get the most out of your winter. Phil Ski and Snowboard, proud sponsor of Race Factory Gaming. Sleepy saying, why not just check the UID on RF website if you want to know who it is? I mean, what you can do is you can check their UID on the RF website, and then you can run that UID through a server, like looking back in servers, and see if he's always ran his name as Bob Joe or if ran his name as something else at some point. But yeah, I mean, the way that you normally check if it is somebody is an IP check, which if Race Factory did believe that Bob Joe was somebody else, they would have IP checked him already, I'm sure. It's very, very easy to figure out if somebody who's supposed to be banned from the series is racing as somebody else. So it's kind of funny when people, you know, basically pay to race the series as someone else on a different UID or something like that. So, 450 class, the big dogs coming out to eat here. And we're going to see a lot of talent in this 450 heat race. Top 9 transfer, as always. Sabrina Ritzler, Casey Ollert, Caden Speck, Zoa Cross, Colton Mitchell, William St. Laurent, Alexis Leclerc, Garrett Hollenbeck. Jeremy Smith is here tonight. Luke Magnetti, Adam Holm, Jay Turner, Jeremy Siebold. So he's going to give it another chance. I wish that the Panini Motorsports Underground RC guys would like send me their skins when they actually get them out, because it seems like they've changed their skins like 4 times already, and I've only gotten 2 packs from them. So yeah, be nice. I think Owen Hillman is the one that goes and does those skins. So Owen Hillman, if you're watching, it'd be great to get the skins every now and then, because I also don't have Eaglins for some reason. Woogie wants to see more Weege commentary in MX Sim and asks when's he coming back. I mean, it was so circumstantial that Weege is out here for the Gas launch in real life, so he just happened to be like 15 minutes away from my house and came over. I mean, he lives across the country from me, so it's not like he's just going to drop by and do this again very often. I can imagine if if the California rounds come back, maybe like around the Paula National in real life or something like that, maybe he stops by and does another broadcast. But he also did tell me that while it was a lot of fun and he did have a lot of fun doing the broadcast, he's not sure whether he could do 3 hours of it again. So we might see Weege back sometime, but might not as well. Yeah, I don't care if the pack should be out soon. How about get it out before the first round? How about that? As we're ready to go here in 450 heat number 1, top 9 transfer. Let's find out who they are as the gate is down again in Indy. Into the first corner. It is going to be Adam Holm coming out with the hole shot. Caden Speck right there with him, but Speck goes down. So it's going to be Holm leading the way from Heckman and Jeremy Smith up inside here. We got Colton Mitchell with a good start, Craig Leake, Luke Magnetti. Casey Oler also mixed in. Oh, there's a little bit of contact there in the background. And Holm has coughed up the lead, so Heckman to the front. Jeremy Smith trying to get around him on the 4. We did not see Jeremy Smith at the first or third rounds of the series. He said, I'm not sure why he was going to make the first round, but we saw him at the second round. He finished 4th at the second round, immediately shot up into the top 10 in points. And then he was not at the third round because obviously in real life, last week, he had just raced the Houston 2 Supercross in real life the night before the third round last week. So I think he's back home now in his hometown in New Jersey, back behind the computer, and it's good to see one of the most legendary MX Simulator players out there. First in all-time 250 and 450 combined wins in Race Factor Gaming competition, Jeremy Smith. So unassuming, but one of the best to ever do it in this game, and he's out front leading this heat race. Heckman under serious pressure. Cold Mitch on the 6, trying to make the pass, but he runs into the back of Heckman and slides out. So several riders go on by. Adam Holm, our early leaders, now behind Craig Leake. Casey Ohlert and Alex Heckman still up the road. So Smith opening up a bit of a gap, but he went down at the end of the whoops. And Heckman goes down and runs into him. So I'm not sure if Heckman maybe looking at Smith up the road is trying to avoid him, but he just crashes over top of him anyway. So Casey Ohlert to the lead. Ohlert's been having a really great year on this number 78 Tegrity machine. So it's Ohlert from Leake, and then Mitchell, Siebel, Simmos, Holmes, Smith is this freight train coming through here. And it looks like, barring disaster, Siebel's in a really good spot to actually qualify for the main event this week, which he has not done so much at all this year. Only made that opening round, finished 10th. His title defense has been disastrous. But then again, this is becoming a bit of a trend that's kind of strange. Tyson Fresquez, your 2017 Supercross champion, raced a little bit in 2018, but for the most part didn't show up a lot. And took his 4 championships into retirement, it seems, at that point. And then Alexis Leclerc picks up the title in 2018. His title defense in 2019 was awful. Just could not win a race, crashed a lot midway through main events, and picked up 0 wins on the season. I believe he finished 3rd or so in points. And Jack Haley wins the 2019 championship, but then Haley's title defense last year definitely didn't go the way he wanted to either, with 0 wins in his title defense again, and didn't fight for the championship really at all past the halfway point of the season as Mitchell lands underneath Craig Leake and they both go down. But back to Siebel, kind of a similar trend we're seeing right now is, even Leclerc last year, it wasn't his title defense year, but Leclerc missed several rounds at the beginning of the year, and by the time he found his groove and came back and started winning races, he was well down and could not quite get back into the championship hunt. So Siebel at this point really just trying to maybe have a bit of a stat padding season. He's 30 points, or he's well over 30 points down the championship. I think he's like 50 points down the championship. But he is he is second all time on 450 wins with 22. He's 7 behind Tyson Fresquez for the most all-time 450 Supercross wins in this game. So if he just goes on a tear, it might not mean the championship, but it still could result in him becoming the all-time winningest Supercross rider in this game, as he clips the inside pole and goes down there. So Ohlert's still stretching out his gap. Here's Adam Holm closing up. Jesse Mullins never got his 4th title defense, shaking his head, my head. So Ohlert out front, man, he has looked really strong this year. And credit where credit is due. He's kind of single-handedly carrying that Tegrity machine into some really good finishes. Might be on his way to a heat race victory here as well. Double and then over the finish line jump here. So it looks like he's going to have 2 laps to go, because next time by he should get that white flag. And smooth sailing at the front. Seabolt still holds on to second here. It's Adam Holm in third. Colt Mitchell running in fourth, just ahead of Eduardo Simos. Got Jeremy Smith coming through the whoops here. He's in sixth. Matthias Janis running in seventh. Craig Leake is in eighth, and then we haven't seen this man at all in this heat race. Alexis Leclerc is in ninth, but he's going to go down. Last week's winner has just fell out of transfer spots. So now he falls back behind Tanner Rogers here, and he has got a long road ahead of him here. He's got to get all the way up to Trent Adams, who's jumping this triple right in front of Luke Magnetti. Magnetti on the 30 right there. Looks like, I believe, Devin Davis right behind them. So Leclerc definitely in a bit of danger here. Might be headed to the LCQ as Magnetti goes down on Trent Adams' rear wheel. That's going to actually help Leclerc pick up a spot for free. But Adams trying to hold on to this final transfer spot. Devin Davis working on closing that gap down. Meanwhile, we might be about to have a battle for the race lead. Yeah, look at this. Seabolt's trying to go from not qualifying for the last two straight main events to maybe winning this heat race. He's going to triple on from the inside. And Casey Ullert, how can he respond to this? Oh, he's going to go long into the corner and up the inside. Seabolt takes the lead with one turn to go. Jeremy Seabolt is going to the main event this week as he wins 450 heat number one. Ullert across the line second. Mitchell around the outside tries to get Holm at the line. They're going to fall just short as Holm comes across in third. Simos fifth. Sixth for Janis. Seventh Smith. Eighth is Leake. Ninth is Trent Adams. And it looks like Davis went down at some point. So right now Leclerc, as he makes a mistake and goes off the track, that's going to spell the end of his chance. He's going to the LCQ, folks. Unbelievable. Leclerc 9 points down in the championship. Needed desperately to make some good points up here on Jack Haley tonight, but now he is going to be even more desperate to go to the main event out of the LCQ. Are we about to see another champion, another recent champion straight up miss a main event here? Unbelievable. So Hollenbeck, St. Laurent, Ryan, Speck, Heckman, and Jay Turner all missing out. Leclerc unofficially, well, actually now officially listed 13th. So he'll have roughly 8th or 9th gate pick or so in the LCQ. Trent Adams does go through. Craig Leake, Jeremy Smith, Matthias Janis, Eduardo Simos, Colt Mitchell, Adam Holm, Casey Ullert, and Jeremy Seabolt. So it looks like Mitchell did get Holm on cuts. Again, that just matters for gate picks, so he's now going to be either 5th or 6th gate pick in the main event instead of 7th or 8th. But Seabolt, your winner here in heat number one. So heat number two will be coming up next. And while we're in intermission real quick, give a shout out. Let's give a shout out to Race Tech Suspension. I see our old pal Chris Riesenberg hanging out in chat. Good to see the man, the myth, the legend Checkers here tonight. And of course, he has done a lot of great work over at Race Tech Suspension, so we'll give them a shout out because they're a proud sponsor of Race Factory Gaming. Race Tech is an industry leader in suspension components and service. Race Tech has been a huge supporter of RF from the beginning, providing a ton of prizing for RF's competitors. Race Tech is your place to go for all your suspension needs and engine needs, by the way. They do engines now. Done it for a couple years, and you'll want to check them out over there. So thank you, Race Tech, for the continued support of RaceFactoryGaming.com and MotoOption Supercross here in MX Simulator. All right, so coming up next, 450 heat number 2, as mentioned, we should see our championship leader, Jack Haley, in this one. Also might see the likes of Byron Down in third in the championship. Braden Carter should be in this one. Jeremy Cohenauer, Chase Blakely, Tyler Lang coming up in this one. So we'll see. F Fast 2, I don't believe I saw your donation come through. I apologize if you did and I missed it. But if you donated, I really appreciate it. I'm sorry that it appears I did not catch it there, as these guys circulating out there on their parade lap. No, Tyson Fresquez does not still race. He quote-unquote retired a couple years back, but still is the leader all-time with 450 Supercross victories and championships. He has 4 Supercross championships, but 29 career 450 Supercross victories. Large majority of that coming in 2013 when he won 10 races in 2013. But we are set to go here. Jack Haley lined up about middle on the inside. It's 450 heat number 2 here at Indianapolis. The 5 of Gebhardt gets to the corner first, but he goes way wide, so Haley just sneaks down the inside and grabs the whole shot. Jack Haley out front, up the inside. In the second corner comes Carter, and Braden Carter out front here early in heat number 2. Third in the championship. Gonna have a go at this championship, I think, if he continues to ride the way he has been lately. And out front early, definitely gonna help his cause in this heat race. I love that triple-double line that these guys are doing. So it's Carter from Haley, Dior Wilson on the 65 Moto Playground ride. Who is that? Dior Wilson. It has Wilson on his back. I've never seen that name before. But has national number 65, I guess. So out here for Moto Playground. Oh, Jack Haley's off the track. He has gone over the corner and through the Steve Mathis Memorial nets. So Brock Pearson goes to the race lead. So it's Pearson from Castellaneta, Dylan Copeland, Dennis Fjellberg, Bobby DeSalle, Walter Gebhardt in an absolute freight train right now. This guy's going outside 3-3, and yeah, there's DeSalle landing on Fjellberg, and now Lang tries to triple it and goes down as well, and we see Carter's back here. Yeah, Carter has also lost several positions. He's now back to 6th. Alex Kerr is back here with Jeremy Cohenauer, and people are saying Dior Wilson is actually Jaden Wilson, which makes sense. That's a name I definitely have heard of. Look at this freight train in the whoops. A lot of single-digit guys, too. Rider down was Brock Pearson, so that changed the lead-up. Yeah, Castellaneta on the Moto Playground. Number 63 is out front. He's got a nice lead, too, as Fjellberg, the rider out of Norway on the SwapMotoLive.com. Number 3 gets a little sideways in the whoops, and his teammate Braden Carter trying to size up a pass. Oh, and Carter goes down. I think he clipped his head on the pole on the inside. I couldn't quite see it. It was just out of view as he came in a camera shot there. But look at all the riders going by. Look at how close everybody still is in this heat race. I know we're only 2.5 minutes in, but normally, especially in RF racing, guys get spread out quickly. And Carter, who was in the race lead not that long ago, is now in 15th spot, and he's behind the 2014 Supercross champion Byron Downen, who we're seeing return to racing this week. Downen trying to make some moves and go forward. Lang also 4th in the standings. He doesn't want to miss out on this main. He's got Dylan Copeland just ahead of him. Chase Blakely catching up to the back of Reed Young, who just cased the finish line jump. And that should put Blakely into the final transfer spot. But look at the train still behind him. He's caught Roy Mitchell. So Mitchell now trying to deal with Chase Blakely right behind him. Alex Kerr, he's holding down the 7 ride. Oh, Haley's into the side of Brock Pearson here, and everybody stood up in the corner. Haley gets going alongside of his teammate Roy Mitchell. Over the tunnel jump, Haley looks up the inside of Mitchell here. Can he still triple from the inside? Let's see. No, it goes for the 2-4-3-1 option. Everybody trying to avoid that inside pole. Look at this train. Alex Kerr coming through the whoops right there with Reed Young right behind him. That is 8th and 9th. Lang goes into the final transfer spot on the 14. I mean, we're missing a lot of action out front, but it's because his final transfer spot is absolutely insane with Lang now trying to close up on Alex Kerr. Dylan Copeland dealing with the 37 of Reed Young right behind him. Brock Pearson has slid back behind this group. You can see Carter coming out of the corner on the 19. And Lang is in this final transfer spot right now, just clenching at this point, trying to make this main event. Does not want to miss the main and have to go to the LCQ where Alexis Leclerc awaits. It's going to be kind of a stacked LCQ already, but then you have someone of Leclerc's nature in there. Lang not able to get the preferred option through there. Now trying to go up the inside of Alex Kerr in the whoops, and that'll be P8 for the number 14 machine. Nice move there. Going to try to catch up to Chase Blakely. We got Roy Mitchell, Jack Haley, Jaden Wilson, Jeremy Cohenauer, Dennis Fjellberg, and Braden Castaneda still leading this race. Moto Playground gas machine. 5 seconds clear of Dennis Fjellberg, so he's actually opened up that gap. It's a great ride right here for Castaneda. Just got out front and has been making it happen, really. Ooh, a little sideways into this corner. And up over the finish line jump. Battle for second brewing. Looks like Fjellberg getting passed on either side of him. Cohenauer and now Jaden Wilson have both gone by. Cohenauer up into second, Wilson to third. Fjellberg drops to fourth, and now Jack Haley's looking for a move. Look at Wilson into second. Jaden Wilson having a great ride on that 65 Moto Playground entry. Fjellberg knocking Haley wide a little bit. Let's see if Haley goes for the 3-3. He's actually going to jump off the track and then back onto the track, almost through the front door, but he makes the pass on Fjellberg. Jack Haley throwing caution to the wind here tonight, looking for his 4th win on the season. It'd also be his 9th career Supercross victory and extend his points lead. Oh, this isn't going to work. Front flip, and down he goes. Got a big kick there. So Blakely now goes by, as does Lang, and Haley gets going right behind Alex Kerr. So that puts him, what, 8th? Dylan Copeland is in the final transfer spot. It's actually spread out a little bit back here. And Haley immediately gets back around Kerr to go back up into 7th. Look at how close these guys are in the whoops, too. Hopefully this is a sign of things to come for the main event later tonight, because look at, deep into this hate race, we've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 all nose to tail right now. Different line options, guys trying to hit some bigger lines. Meanwhile, up front, Braden Castaneda gets it done. 450 heat number 2 victory for Braden Castaneda on the Moto Playground effort. A very nice ride, controlled all the way through. Fjellberg 2nd, Blakely 3rd, Lang 4th. Jack Haley will get 5th in this one. 6th for Wilson. 7th goes to Cohenauer. 8th will go to Alex Kerr, and Copeland through with the final transfer spot in 9th. Tyler Schmidt, first guy to miss out. Bobby DeSalle comes across 11th. Robert Wilson will be 12th. Walter Gebhardt back this week from his suspension. Going to be P13 out of this one, so he's headed to the LCQ. Got a couple single digits heading to that LCQ. And it looks like the 32 of Eklund just got around Pearson at the flag there for 14th. Mitchell gets 16th, 17th for Downen. And Braden Carter 3rd in the championship, 18th in this one. Braden Carter, Walter Gebhardt, and Alexis Leclerc are all in the LCQ. What? Reed Young, Jeff Cooper all missing out as well. Crazy. Got some switching around going on here. Looks like Haley actually got some cuts from that off-track excursion. Comes across in 5th, ends up 7th. So pretty bad gate pick for the main event. He's going to probably be outside of the box. Alex Kerr also dropped from 8th to 9th, but holds on to the final transfer spot. As Castaneda gets the dub here in the heat race. Very nicely done. I believe that might be his first career heat race victory. And yeah, this 450 last chance qualifier will be absolutely insane. I have a feeling we're going to see a big name sitting on the sidelines yet again after Jeremy Siebold did it 2 rounds in a row. All right, while I have you folks here for a little bit of a break before we head into these LCQs, I want to give a shout out to another sponsor here, MXS Lobby. MXS Lobby provides and sells quality MX Simulator servers with a custom dashboard and many requested features. MXS Lobby constantly evolves to what users want. Get one today and start racing with others. Definitely would recommend an MXS Lobby server. This is an MXS Lobby server that we are racing in right now. And obviously handles everything quite well, and it's really easy to set up and host your own races in an MXS Lobby server as well. So even if you're a pretty newbie guy, never have really run races or done much of that, there's a lot of technical support that MXS Lobby provides, and definitely would check out getting a server if you want to just have your own server. Really doesn't need to be for hosting races. If you just want to have your own server that you and your buddies can set up whatever track and do whatever you want on that server, then MXS Lobby has a great way to get you a server that you can use, and would recommend. Good to see a lot of you guys hanging out still here tonight. Odairu says, can you play this game with a controller? Yes, you can. In fact, pretty much everybody that plays this game now does it with a controller. We actually had a little bit there back in 2010 through 2013-ish where there was actually some guys legit making main events on keyboards. JLV, the game creator, actually made a main event in the 250 class playing with a keyboard back in 2012. It was a wild time back then. But yeah, pretty much everybody plays a controller now. I play with an Xbox 360 wired controller because personally I don't like my controller disconnecting mid-moto. Some people play with a wireless controller. You can play with an Xbox One. You can play with an Xbox Series X. You can play with a PS5, PS4, PS3 controller. Really, there's a lot of different controllers that you can use, and pretty much all of them work. Usually PS3 is a little bit harder because it's not Microsoft to Microsoft. It's Sony to Microsoft with a PC. So, yeah, usually you just have to get like DS3 Tool or something like that to connect your PS3 controller, but usually not too difficult. Yes, Mace, you can get this game on PC. You actually can get it on Mac as well, but you have to get a PC emulator for Mac. There's a tutorial on how to do that on the forums. Hey, shout out to No Touchy to Hutchy for a $20 donation. Appreciate that. That is huge. Says, thank you so much for the broadcast, Kellen. Love the series. No, thank you for the donation. You're the best. I appreciate that. That was very, very generous of you, and I seriously appreciate it. All right, so 250 last chance qualifier coming up. We also have some big names in this one, so it's not just the 450 class that is going to be gnarly. Daniel Mills in this one. He's a guy that really should make main events, but he was also in the LCQ last week, so it's not uncommon to see him here. He won the LCQ last week, I believe, so he's trying to do it again. Bob Joe's in this one. Jack Gatlin. It's like, I think, Tanner Thorson, Seth Shirley, J.R. Reyes. Just to name a few, this is going to be a good LCQ in the 250 class here at Indy. Mills up the inside, controls it throughout, and gets the hole shot, so he gets his LCQ started off the right way. Now he's got to clench here for a couple laps and try to not go down, because the last thing you want is to be on the ground early in these last chance qualifiers. So it's Mills, J.R. Reyes, Rasmus Balzer, and Tanner Thorson in the early transfer spots, but you can see a couple other guys knocking on the door back there. Ryan Pinkerton, Jack Gatlin, Austin Bear, all trying to find their way in. Gatlin down the inside of Pinkerton, puts Pinkerton down and goes up into fifth. So now Rasmus Balzer on the bubble. Bob Joe down early. He is buried. He's 18 seconds down in P19. So all you Bob Joe fans out there are going to be definitely disappointed in that one. Balzer made a little mistake in the rhythm lane, but didn't lose too much time. And now Thorson just made a mistake. He is not going to be able to do the finish line jump, folks, and this is going to cost him a ton of time as he will lose that final transfer spot. Noah Viney going on by. Austin Bear also making the pass, and then tons of riders going down in the background there. So Noah Viney is in that final transfer spot. Austin Bear looking for a way around. It's still Mills out front. Balzer's moved up to second. J.R. Reyes just ahead of Viney here, and Viney in fourth. J.R. Reyes and Noah Viney found each other in the heat race as well. So these two just racing with each other quite a bit. J.R. Reyes trying to get the preferred option through here, and he's going to go. Wow, he saves that. He whoops out. And then gets a little kick in the whoops too and corrals that together. But Balzer now opening up a bit of a gap on Noah Viney. Tanner Thorson over the finish line jump behind is still in P5, but knocking on the door. J.R. Reyes just made a mistake, and Viney goes up into third, and Viney goes down at the end of the whoops. So Reyes goes through, and Thorson now goes into the final transfer spot. Viney gets up just ahead of Seth Garrett, and Austin Bear also coming in the background there. So at the moment, Tanner Thorson in a pretty good position, but he's once again going to have to hold on to that Proline Designs Kawasaki very tight. The last thing you want is a crash to take you out of this. Like we just saw there with Noah Viney. Bob Joe up into 16th now. Oh, Thorson did the same thing Reyes did a lap before. So Noah Viney and Seth Garrett are closing the gap down just a little bit. Tanner Thorson just sweating it right now, though. Through the whoops we go again. That's what bit Viney a lap ago. Thorson. Oh, man, he's got to be just holding on for dear life at this point. Does not want Noah Viney or Seth Garrett catching him. Still Daniel Mills out front, looking smooth and in control. It was a 5-minute plus 1 lap race. So Mills still leading. Rasmus Balzer a strong second place right now for the Dane. J.R. Reyes is running in third on the swapmotolive.com number 552. And Thorson, here we go, folks. Final transfer spot battle about to be on. Noah Viney has caught Tanner Thorson. And if these two get together, Seth Garrett back there licking his chops as Tanner Thorson goes off the track. They got a rider sitting in the middle of the track there. Needs a swift kick, and not sure who that is. Noah Viney looking for the way around on Tanner Thorson. Elects to go 2-2-1 here. Not jump on the back of Thorson. Playing it smart. So where does Noah Viney think he has an opportunity here? Well, that's not going to help his case. That's going to give him cuts. So he's probably going to have to make an aggressive pass at this point to make sure that Tanner Thorson isn't too close to him. And Thorson goes off the track. But remember, Seth Garrett's still back there. So Viney into the final transfer spot. But Seth Garrett, I'm not sure how many cuts he has, but definitely Viney has some cuts. So if Seth Garrett can just stay close, you never know. So Daniel Mills leads Rasmus Balzer and J.R. Reyes, but we're watching the battle for the final transfer spot right now. Noah Viney and Seth Garrett are disputing it. Viney has it pretty much outright at the moment, but again, I think he'll have some cuts from cutting the track right here a lap ago. Not going to get the preferred line. Seth Garrett might get it. He does. Oh, he's going to close right up on Viney here as the white flag's going to be waving this time by. Does Seth Garrett just go for it, or does he remember that Viney had cut the track and there would be some cuts involved? We're about to find out. He cases the finish line jump and still just barely clips that triple. Viney through the whoops. This was his kryptonite before. He's sideways. Oh, and he just saved it. Woo, getting a little sideways. They're catching J.R. Reyes, but I don't think that this is going to be enough time for either of them to get there unless Reyes makes a mistake. Oh, Garrett goes for the triple in. That's going to cost him some time. And remember, he's just got to get close. Oh, Viney. I thought he maybe went down right there, but he's still up. Meanwhile, Mills takes the win out front. Viney's going to try to get the rhythm line this time. And he gets it. And he gets it smooth. Seth Garrett also got it smooth. Don't go down, Seth. You just got to keep it close, Sunshine. Final corner. Oh, he does go down. Viney crosses the line in fourth, and Garrett is going to cross 3.7 seconds down. I don't think that's going to be close enough. We'll see how many cuts Viney has. Maybe Garrett did have cuts and he knew it, so that's why he sent it. I'm desperate to see how many cuts Noah Viney has, though. As Thorson crosses the line 7th. Pinkerton also out here in 8th. Seth Shirley 9th. Austin Bear 10th. Bob Joe 11th. Jonathan Alexander was 12th. Andrade 13th. Jack Gatlin 14th. Milj Kovic was 15th. Barry Brand 16th. Colton Hansen 17th. Nate Tunnell 18th. Chris Post 19th. Darius Peterson 20th. And that was everybody that started this last chance qualifier. So let's wait and see how many cuts does Noah Viney have. Waiting on 2 riders to cross. One is over and the next is over. And wow, Noah Viney actually did not have any cuts. So I guess anybody out there that wants to go inside in the sweeper and maybe make an aggressive block pass, you are not going to get cuts from that. So interesting. All right, Viney through. J.R. Reyes, Rasmus Balzer, and Daniel Mills also through. But now this is get nervous time, people. We've got some huge names in this 450 LCQ. We've got 6-time 450 main event winner Walter Gebhardt. We've got 2018 Supercross champion Alexis Leclerc, who's also last week's winner. And we have 3rd in points and your reigning 250 West Supercross champion Braden Carter. So unbelievably, somebody might not be very happy after this one, or maybe all 3 of those guys might not be happy. We could see completely different names going through in this LCQ. And we're about to find out who. Fortunately for Leclerc, he's usually pretty good at starts, although his heat race one was awful. This 450 LCQ coming up is going to be brought to you by Underground RC, the leader in radio-controlled fun, on-site indoor off-road track and carpet track with a large in-store RC selection. Check out Underground RC. I believe it's underground-rc.com today. Great sponsor here for Race Factory Gaming. And they bring you this 450 LCQ, which is about to be absolutely insane. Well, chat, what do you think's about to happen? Leclerc, Carter, and Gebhardt all going to make it? Someone going to miss? And will a controller be broken after this one is a good question, too. Corby Marini says you should do an updated top 10 MX Sim players of all time. I actually did have like a loose plan built out towards the end of last year. Quite honestly, it's I cannot understate how busy I am right now, or overstate, I guess would be the right term. It's with Supercross season back, like RacerX is through the roof with the amount of work that we're doing right now, and we're trying to get kind of our video side launched up a little bit. You guys have probably noticed at RacerX YouTube's that I've been kind of a part of getting our video rolling a little bit more over there. So that's kept me really busy with RacerX, but then, you know, coming back at night and trying to just get a video out pretty much every day over here at Sawyer Systems, quite difficult. And on top of that, I just have a 7-month-old that my wife is being amazing, pretty much being the one person taking care of her because I'm not doing a very good job of it right now. So just super busy. And someday I'll do another top 10 list, but just need a lot of free time, which I don't have right now, unfortunately. Evan asks, who got me into motocross? My dad got me into motocross. My dad has been racing since the late 60s. He's been racing and riding dirt bikes for over 50 years, and I grew up around him racing and riding, so, yep. Alrighty, folks. I want to look at Leclerc on the start because this 450 LCQ is about to be insane. I can't believe Alexis Leclerc is in this LCQ. I can't remember the last time that happened. Let's find out who makes it through right now. Leclerc, great jump. He's going to control. No, Tyler Schmidt gets there and pushes him wide, but Leclerc's got a great start still. Devin Davis, whole shot. Leclerc goes for the triple over and is going to get it. Davis to the top of the berm, runs him high, and gets the lead back. Davis a little out of shape in the whoops. Leclerc to the inside, gets him back, and then Davis gets plowed into by, I believe, his teammate, or maybe that was Robert Wilson. Couldn't quite see. All right, so Leclerc to the lead. This is exactly what he needed to do, but can he hold it is a good question. Davis back there in second. Heckman shooting up the inside, gets into second. Roy Mitchell is in fourth. So where are your other big names? Braden Carter and Walter Gebhardt. I did not see Walter Gebhardt in the running through the first time. And boy, oh boy, it looks like they are down the order right now. This is going to be a huge uphill climb for Carter and Gebhardt, but Leclerc out front. So Leclerc leading this race. Didn't see what happened to him in his heat race, but whatever it was just bad. Way back early on, crashed a couple times while near transfer. So Leclerc and Heckman running 1-2. Devin Davis, after getting the early lead, now runs in third, trying to hold that spot. And Brock Pearson running in the final transfer spot. Byron Down and William St. Laurent outside looking in. Both those guys going two. Oh, I like that line from St. Laurent. That's kind of cheeky. Kind of wheel taps the triple to double into the corner, get a better drive for the whoops. Byron Downen, your 2014 Supercross champion. 9 career victories to his name, so at this point, Leclerc tied him last week on 9 wins, and Haley could tie him tonight with his 9th career victory. Downen, one of those guys that really a lot of the newer players of the community probably have no idea about, because he's not like Tyson, who kept going after his championship and kept racking up wins. He pretty much won his championship and more or less retired pretty quick after that. I mean, retired isn't a term that is pretty loosely used in this game, because you don't really retire from the game per se. You just maybe stop playing it. But Downen was very good from 2013 to 2015-ish, 2016-ish. Trying to sneak his way into the main event. Right now he is in transfer spot. Gebhardt and Carter are the first 2 riders out of transfer. Zoe Cross coming in here saying all Walter Gebhardt is doing is going around punting. He's up into 5th. But Zoe Cross in this LCQ looks like he will not be finishing this one, though, as he's in chat right now saying that Gebhardt out here punting people. So we'll keep an eye on the number 5. Look at that, doing the same line that we just saw earlier where he checks up and doesn't hit the full triple line there. Through the whoops. Oh, man, that's a big kick there from Gebhardt. He's definitely catching Downen. And looks like Carter just went down the background. This might spell the end for Carter unless these two get together. Davis a little short on the tunnel jump up ahead. Downen's trying to catch him, but Gebhardt's sneaking up here. A lot of talent in this 450 LCQ right now. Just up the road. Oh, man, this is getting close. Gebhardt sneaking up behind Byron Downen here. Downen trying desperately to go catch Devin Davis. Leclerc going the other way. Heckman still second. Davis right there on the white in third, coming through the whoops. And Downen trying to hold off Walter Gebhardt. Is not going to do it anymore, though. Gebhardt into the final transfer spot. Now Downen should latch on here with Gebhardt and go catch Davis if he wants to make this main event. Look at Gebhardt wall riding to the outside, then tripling in. Triple through there. You're going to go 2, 4, and then Gebhardt, look, checks up a little bit here and kind of tire taps. Look at that. I can't believe he's getting that. Heckman now in the mix here. Davis just got around Heckman, and Gebhardt's trying to go around the outside of Heckman as well. White flag is waving. Leclerc is leading this race. Gebhardt bar to bar with Heckman, makes the pass, and then Heckman almost goes down, and Downen hits him. Downen goes into the final transfer spot. So Heckman trying to fight back. Gebhardt makes the move on Devin Davis, and Downen holds the final transfer spot, but Heckman is trying to get up in the mix here and make this pass happen. Downen through the tough blocks. He's also gone off the track once before this. Oh, Downen a mistake. He goes to the inside, and Heckman's through. Now Heckman's got to get this rhythm line clean. Downen's going for the send. He doesn't get it very cleanly, and Heckman might have just stolen this main event spot away from the 2014 champ. Final corner, Alex Heckman to the main in Indy. He's going together there with Davis, Gebhardt, and Leclerc, and would you believe it, third in points. Not even in the race anymore. Braden Carter disconnected, and third in the championship. Out of here. Unbelievable. So we will wait on cuts as the rest of the field comes through. Alex Heckman crapping himself. And cuts are in, and it does not change. In fact, Downen actually had 1.9 seconds of cuts, so that might have affected the end. Just got a message from Downen, said, God damn it, I wanted it so bad. Actually, Heckman and Downen are talking to each other. I'm looking at a group chat that I'm in with them. And Alex says, Byron, ha ha ha, that was so close. And then Downen says, I wanted you so bad. Heckman says, I was in second all race, and Walter cut over on me. That's why I was back there with you. When you made a mistake, I was like, oh boy, he says. So kind of fun to be in a group chat with these guys right after the race, because now they're BSing with each other, and I'm literally reading what they're saying. I don't know if they're happy about me reading what they're saying, but I don't know. Get stuck with me in a group chat, and that's what happens. So Leclerc survives and is headed to the main event. Now, what's going to be interesting about this is Leclerc starting probably very far outside, but he's great with starts, so can he steal a hole shot from out there? We haven't seen many hole shots come from the far outside. All right, so LCQ's behind us. Main event's coming up next. And this 250 main event is going to be brought to you by MX Simulator. Without MX Simulator, more specifically Josh Vanderhoof, none of this would be possible. MX Simulator captures that motocross feeling like no other game you've ever picked up. And Race Factory goes everything to JLV. Thank you, Josh Vanderhoof. That is right. Thank you, Josh Vanderhoof, for all that you've done over the years, not only for Race Factory, but myself and everybody that has played this game. JLV actually just put up a new update recently, if you guys want to go check it out. Some of you guys like these fun little quirky things every now and then, and he released a update called Moto Ball in the latest snapshot, which is basically just objects that can be pushed around, which could already happen before, but it seems like he perfected it a little better with this Moto Ball thing and created something that you can you can kind of push a ball through a goal and it gives points and stuff like that. It's really kind of a fun little niche mini game kind of thing. So definitely go check it out. Download the latest snapshot if you haven't already. And JLV is still putting in work in this game. Geez, coming up on 14 years that he's been doing this now. The soft beta was released in 2007, but obviously he was working on the game before that, so he's been working on this for a decade and a half. Still putting in the time, and we appreciate it. All right, 250 East main event, round number 4 of the championship. We have had 3 different winners in 3 rounds. After Colby Eagland, your defending champion, won the opener. And then Jacob Hubbard won his first career main event at round 2. Nathan Prynne, the Frenchman, won his first career main event at round 3. Are we about to see another new winner? Prynne not here tonight. So let's see what's going to happen, folks. It is time for round 4 of the 250 East Division Championship in MX Simulator. Eagland starting way out here. Mills even further outside. Sullivan, Tiberino, Hubbard. Who's going to win the main event? The first trip here in Indianapolis. Let's find out right now. It's the 250 main live on Start Your Systems. A lot of guys hitting the gate. And the SWAT Moto team all got great jumps. Who's going to get to the corner first? It's from the outside. I think that's Rasmus Balzer. It is with the hole shot. The motorsport.com number 250 out front. And into the early lead goes Balzer through the whoops. Great start for Rasmus Balzer as he is leading the way early on. And let's see if he can control it. So Balzer into the early lead. Rogan McIntosh there in second. Sorry, had to ban somebody in chat real quick. Casey Cochran there in third. J.R. Ray is fourth. Tyler Shields fifth. Emmett Sund is in sixth. Jacob Hubbard seventh. Aaron Rockefeller is in eighth. Schiabro ninth and Alfred 10th. So we're kind of missing, outside of Hubbard, a lot of the main competition is I think that was maybe Schiabro going down at the end of the whoops there. Oh, and a rider down. That was Shields. That was your heat race winner. And it looks like Seberg and Irvine just went by. Where is your defending champion, Colby Eagland? He is buried right now. And Rasmus Balzer out front. He was, I believe, your fastest qualifier at the second round of the series. So this kid's got speed. The rider out of Denmark on the motorsport.com number 250 machine. Could he be a surprise first-time winner here tonight in Indy? That would be huge out of nowhere. No doubt about it. Certainly would make him a talking point in this championship as well if he can get it done. He's leading this race early. Balzer getting a little high on the nose there through the whoops. McIntosh and Cochran. What a top three right now. I mean, who predicted this top three? But these guys are all running away with it pretty early. Casey Cochran has looked very good here tonight. Maybe a bit inconsistent. Rogan McIntosh also has looked very strong. Balzer swinging way wide to get this triple in. Not sure if that's actually faster than the alternate line, though, that these guys are taking. It looks like McIntosh, at the very least, didn't lose time there. McIntosh trying to close this gap down for the race lead. Slowly but surely it might be coming down, and big gaps behind these guys right now. It's Jeremy Schiabro in fourth. Noah Viney's up into the top five. Ben Seberg is sixth. Hubbard has drifted back to seventh. Alfred's in eighth. Tyler Shields is in ninth. Gable 10th. Sund 11th, but he's going down right now, so 11th is actually going to go to Aaron Rockefeller here. 12th for Tipperino, 13th for J.R. Reyes, 14th Irvine, 15th for Daniel Mills, 16th is Luke Sullivan, 17th Hall, and your defending champion, now he's going to 17th right there on the inside of Caleb Hall, but 17th, Colby Eagland, disaster start to his main event. He's got a long road ahead of him here to get some decent points. Might not even walk out of here as the points leader still if Hubbard can put together a strong main event, but it's still Balzer out front. McIntosh lost a little bit of ground that last lap. Noticed Chris Riesenberg in chat saying going wide in that sweeper might be a little bit more consistent for Balzer to get than trying to double quad every lap, because you can case that quad very easy if you just don't get that double perfect. So Balzer swinging wide here, maybe going for consistent lines, even if it's not faster, whereas McIntosh is going inside. He's going for this 2-4 line, but he did lose some time last time by. I wonder if it wouldn't possibly be from casing this quad right here. Again, a little short on it, so has to check up and double. And that last double out is just brutally slow if you have to go so slow into the section in the first place. So McIntosh again losing a little bit of ground. Balzer holding steady out front. Cochran looking for his first career podium in Race Factory Gaming competition. All these guys have a lot of time to work with. I mean, even a fall-off crash at this point back to Noah Viney, if you're in the race lead, you're not even going to fall outside the top 3. And Hubbard has now moved up into 5th, so Hubbard been on the charge here. Trying to close down to Viney in 4th. And going to get it because Viney goes down. So Hubbard might actually be unofficially the points leader right now. He was 6 down on Eagland, who's just going under the tunnel behind him in the background. Eagland's still down in 15th spot, so Hubbard would pass Eagland. I'm just trying to think. I don't think anybody else ahead of him would be scoring more points overall than him. Balzer's had a very up and down first 3 rounds at this point. Balzer still opening up the lead just a little bit, ever so slightly, on McIntosh, to the point now where McIntosh actually sliding back into the clutches here of Casey Cochran on that Moto Playground gas. Now this could be interesting as Cochran continues to charge forward, and he's also, looks like he's playing it smart, not going for lines he thinks he might have to back out of the challenge of. What's interesting though is everybody is still pretty close together. Oh, and McIntosh has gone down. He's gone down at the end of the rhythm lane here. He's going to slowly back up as Hubbard, his teammate, goes through. So now Hubbard, only 8 seconds off the lead, is the number 11 machine, looking for his second career win of the season and victory of his career. But Casey Cochran actually closing the gap down on Rasmus Balzer right now. Balzer riding very strong out front, but Cochran might be going just a little bit better. He's doing this triple-double line right here, which I think is the preferred. Over the Supercross triple. Boy, would this be something. Casey Cochran comes out and maybe wins this main event. So he goes inside double. Gets the quad cleanly. Triples cleanly. Man, he's very smooth and fluid too. Balzer, he's hitting the consistent line obviously through that section, but how long will the consistent line pay off if Cochran behind him is able to do that alternate line so smooth? And then you never can count out Hubbard. I mean, we're not even halfway through this main event, and I'm sure he's turning faster laps than these guys. 51.8 last time by to a 52.4 and a 52.1. So yeah, he was a few tenths faster than Balzer, and pretty much over a second faster there than Cochran. Cochran not getting the preferred line right here. But you'll see. Well, let's just watch the pit board difference through this section here. He's 3.4 seconds down, so he's lost a little bit more ground to Balzer. Balzer had to lap somebody too. So Cochran goes inside here. It's down to 3.1, 2.7. Back out to 3.0 because he had to slow down to get that jump. But then this quad triple line, look at it goes from about 0.3 of a second, but consistently doing it there. I mean, never know. Could be the biggest difference maker right here. And the field is still so close together. Could just be a product of how close the racing is, but there's Balzer. And then Shields a lap down. Cochran going by there in second. Here comes Hubbard. Coming through there in third, and he just got a little sideways in the whoops, but a nice correction. So top three kind of gone right now. And then here comes fourth. That's Rogan McIntosh. Noah Viney there on the 143 still in fifth. Up to sixth already, Colby Eaglin on the 1. And then seventh going through is Ben Seberg, and he just saved it, I think. Schiabro and Irvine coming through in 8th and 9th, and then Sullivan right there in 10th. J.R. Reyes 11th, Caleb Hall in 12th. Aaron Rockefeller's right there in 13th. I just missed the number on that one. 189 coming through. There's Thomas Sunis and Tiberino behind him. Look at how close everybody is there. Mills. It's kind of hard to read some of these numbers. And there is your race leader, Balzer. So he's actually catching some lap traffic there. Might be Emmett's son. No, he just lapped Charles Gable in 20th. And then here's Cochran. And Hubbard. So it's close. No question about it. It is close. And these lap times are going to be the deciding factor, as Balzer still 3.1 seconds out front. You can see, though, outside, triple on, off, triple, double. Consistent. Behind him, Cochran has to stretch that quad, stretch the triple, just for a chance to close down a few tenths. These guys are both riding a fantastic race, though, and it'd really be disappointing if neither one of them ends up on the top step. But with Hubbard back there, the experience, the race-winning speed that he's had before in the title fight, you just have to assume Hubbard might close this thing down. Did a 51.3 last time by. He's only 4 seconds off of Cochran. At this point, though, the pace everybody's running is very similar at the front, so he might just straight up run out of time if nobody makes a mistake. And Hubbard's still going to run into some lap traffic here. So lap times, Colby Eaglin's done a 51.5 and a 50.9 is his best. He's up to fourth. He's 10 seconds behind Hubbard now. And man, is he on a charge. Bummed I don't have his skins. I really am bummed about that. Hopefully they can get them to me. Hubbard now lapping Charles Gable in the whoops. And will be lapping Clay Alfrey just ahead of him in just a moment. Cochran just ahead of Alfrey. Or is that Mahan? That actually looks like Mahan on the 125. And Cochran's lost ground, now over 4 seconds behind Balzer. Hubbard 7 seconds behind Balzer, so he's gained about a second the last 3 laps. That's not going to be enough, obviously. What an incredible story. Not only last week did we have the first time ever a Frenchman has won a 250 main event in Race Factor Gaming competition, we might be on the verge of the first time a Danish rider has ever won a Race Factor Gaming main event, 250 or 450, as Rasmus Balzer continues to lead this race here, coming up on 3.5 minutes and a lap to go. Kind of in cruise control right now. I hate to give him commentator's curse, so I'm going to look away. Cochran still second. Hubbard trying to weave through some lap traffic, losing ground. Actually going to have to deal with Eagland if he loses a little bit more time. Oh, Balzer was down! Balzer just went down after the finish line jump, and that puts Cochran to the lead. Hubbard has gone by into second. I literally said I don't want it to be commentator's cursed and looked away, and he crashed the very second, the corner after that. Gosh, I hate it. So, that puts Casey Cochran in the lead of this race. For those of you that don't know, Cochran slides out. He's still going to be on 2 wheels. Gets it corrected, and here comes Hubbard. Hubbard trying to get a drive in the whoops. He's all out of shape and almost goes down. Here comes Balzer. As I was about to say, oh, Balzer down on the rear tire of Hubbard. I was about to say, though, Cochran, very fast real-life racer, real-life amateur rider right now. Probably going to make his pro debut in a couple years here, maybe. Races for Gas in real life. And might be having his breakthrough ride tonight in MX Simulator. Cochran and Hubbard might come down to them, but how about Eagland? Eagland could straight up come from almost the very back of the pack to win this main event at this stage. And Cochran's going to bring us down with 1.5 minutes still on the clock. So this should be 3 laps to go. Yeah, 3 to go. Cochran has absolutely got to be sweating right now. Gripping the controller as tight as he can possibly grip it. Fingers shaking. Believe me, I've been here before. That moment where you're about to maybe win your first race, you've got elite talent like Hubbard trying to close down on you. Oh man, it's getting nervous time. And Eagland's still lurking back there. You just never know. 3.9 seconds off the lead. Colby Eagland could win this race. Unbelievable. We're coming to 2 to go. This time by Cochran missed the rhythm. He's not going to get the rhythm. Hubbard goes for it and gets it. This is for the lead. Hubbard to the front. Cochran squares back underneath. He's going to get a drive in the whoops. But Hubbard shuts the door. It's Hubbard leading here in Indy. Oh, but he missed the finish. Cochran back to the lead. Hubbard gets the triple to hold Eagland behind him. But here comes the one. Into the whoops. 3 riders going for victories. 2 of them have won a race this year. One of them is a defending champion. And one of them has never won a main event. Cochran! Oh, he was so nose high. Just kept it together. White flag coming out next time by as time is about to expire. Hubbard looking for an opportunity. All of them inside going for double quad. Cochran doesn't get it again. He blows the rhythm horribly. Comes back on in front of Hubbard still. And Hubbard tries to avoid him. Almost hits the pole. Here comes Eagland to the inside. Outside for Hubbard. Doubles in. He's going to be brought up over the Eagland. White flag is waving. Cochran is leading. Hubbard misses the finish. Unbelievable. Cochran trying to hold on through the whoops one more time. Here comes Eagland for the lead. Colby Eagland leads in Indy. What just happened? Cochran slides out after the whoops. Hubbard back in a second. Colby Eagland has come from as far back as 17th to lead this race on the last lap. And Hubbard's going to have one last chance. It comes down to this rhythm. Eagland, can he get it clean? Doubles in smooth. And he got the quad clean. Triple, no problem. Lap traffic. He's got to watch out for Clay Alfrey with 1 turn to go. Unbelievable. Colby Eagland, 2nd win of the year for Colby Eagland. Oh my gosh, that race was insane. Hubbard comes across 2nd. Cochran with his first career podium, almost a victory, almost. And Balzer going to be thinking about what if. Crashed there with about 5 to go. Ends up 4th, only 7 seconds down at the flag. It was Seberg rounding out your top 5. McIntosh ends up 6th, 7th for Daniel Irvine, 8th for Noah Viney. 9th was Trevor Spencer, and 10th, Luke Sullivan. 11th for Caleb Hall. 12th, J.R. Reyes. 13th, Nick Tomasunis. 14th for Aaron Rockefeller. 15th is going to be Clay Alfrey. 16th for Tiberino. 17th for Sund. 18th for Schiabro. 19th for Shields. 20th for Mahan. 21st, Gable. 22nd, Mills. I want to head back to the front because cuts are about to come in. And it stays the same up front. Eagland confirmed race winner here. Oh my goodness. That 250 main event provided fireworks. And in the end, it is Eagland, Hubbard, Cochran podium. Man, if you're Casey Cochran, I mean, I'm sure he's going to be devastated. That was a race victory in his hands. Blew it twice, really, because going off the track right there when Hubbard was trying to overtake him, and then eventually Hubbard and Eagland both just passing him, and he goes almost down in the whoops. But, I mean, it's his first career podium. You got to be stoked. And clearly just showed that he has the speed to win these races. So if he can get out front again, you never know. But Colby Eagland, unbelievable charge from, again, I don't know where he was on the first lap. I'd love to see the lap chart of this race. But from so far back to end up winning this thing, unbelievable. And no cuts, too, so it wasn't like he had some weird quirky passes or anything like that. Straight up through the field for the win. Fastest lap of the race at a 50.9. And extends his championship lead. We were thinking halfway through this race that Hubbard was walking out of here with the championship lead. And in the end, Eaglin retains it and opens it up by 3 points as well. After all that work, you would hope that he would actually open it up more, or he would probably hope in that case. But Hubbard finishing second in that race keeps it at a 9-point gap. Crazy. Crazy race. All right, so this 450 main event coming up next going to be brought to you by OGL Paco on Twitch. He's a streamer. I believe it's twitch.tv/OGL Paco. His name's Ty, and he's been around a while. He says he streams on his free time and is a proud sponsor of Race Factory Gaming. And he says, feel free to stop by and hang out. He's going to be bringing you this 450 main event tonight. First time sponsor this year of Race Factory Gaming. Yeah, really, I'm kind of, after that ride, I'm very bummed that I don't have Colby Eaglin skins. But again, I'll put the blame on Panini because they've changed their skins like 4 times already. So, crazy race. So, 450 main event coming up. Leclerc barely squeaking in out of that LCQ. Gonna be a barn burner to watch this one. Jack Haley looking for his 9th career win, his 3rd win of the season, trying to extend the championship lead. 9-point gap right now to Leclerc, and really it's already starting to come down to those two. Braden Carter misses the main event here tonight. He was 3rd in the championship. Tyler Lang, he's back in the main tonight after a little bit of a rough ride in that heat race. He's 4th in the championship. And then what about Seabolt? Jeremy Seabolt missing the last 2 rounds of action. Straight up didn't make the mains, but has looked really good here tonight. And we'll see if the defending champion has anything to say here on his Panini Motorsports Underground RC backed machine. I wonder how many of these 450 guys are going to pick up on that triple tire tap line that he just hit right there as well. That'll certainly be interesting. Here is your points leader, Jack Haley, though, on the number 2. Jack Daniels Racing effort, going to try to retain the red plate, which he's had since the season opener. Leclerc, obviously, as well, coming out of that LCQ. A little bit extra track time, but it's going to come down to starts for him. Starting way on the outside there. He is going to need a absolute barn burner to make things interesting from the get-go. So we're ready to go here. Round number 4 of the 2021 MotoOption Clothing Supercross Series. It's the Indy 1 Supercross and MX Simulator live right now on Start Your Systems. Good jump home. Leclerc coming from the outside. I can see him sneaking in, but he's going to get pushed wide by Copeland, I believe that was. And whole shot, I think, unofficially went to whoever's on the inside. Leclerc's down. Leclerc down in the second corner, tries to triple over everybody and goes down. Adam Holm is out front and with an early lead on Jeremy Seabolt. It might have been Seabolt, I think, that actually got the whole shot, but Holm already out front. So Leclerc down early, and Holm might be passed here by Seabolt. Holm runs him high and holds the lead. Now, where is Haley is a good question. Was he down in some of that first turn melee? Oh, Seabolt gets into the side of Holm and goes down. Lots of riders go by, including Haley, who just went by on the 2. Lang in front of him. Remember, Lang 4th in the championship. Up the inside, Lang making a couple passes. Haley getting caught up there. Loses a couple of positions. So, by the way, it's Colton Mitchell up into 2nd here. And Mitchell also had a rough week last week. 4 career wins to his name, 2nd in the championship in 2020. And he certainly would like to come back here tonight with authority and get another win here, his 5th win on the table. Adam Holm looking for his 2nd career victory. Holm losing a little bit of ground, and Mitchell definitely reeling him in. We still got Cohenauer lurking back there with Lang behind him. Holm goes for that tire tap double line. Good to see the difference right there isn't dramatically different. Mitchell to the outside, might get a line. Bar to bar over the finish line jump. Mitchell to the lead in Indy and holds it as Holm comes up short and then has to double single into the corner here. So Colton Mitchell out front. Lang has just moved up into 3rd around Cohenauer. Castellaneta, your heat race winner, is also there. I see Haley in the background. I'm looking to see if I see a green flash go by in the background of Leclerc. I haven't seen it yet. He must be, oh man, he's 19th. He's behind Walter Gebhardt right now. He's buried right now. So Leclerc gonna need some serious help. He's back there with Jeremy Smith as well. Trying to see, yeah, he's in the whoops in the background there. So he's like 6 corners behind these guys. Tyler Lang, by the way. This would be Lang's 1st career victory in the 450 class if he could get up there and make things interesting. Obviously, with a rider of Mitchell's caliber out front, it's going to be tough to bet against Mitchell early in this main event, but you never know. I mean, we just saw Eagland come from absolutely buried to winning the 250 main event. Now, disparity in those classes is a little bit different. Not sure we're going to see someone come from that far back to win here. But we do have some guys down the order that definitely could contend as Lang tries to close up here on Holm. Over the triple and into the tunnel jump. Goes 2, 4, and then 3 to the inside of Holm. Holm still preferring that tap double line. Then over the finish line jump, Holm laying it down there in front of Lang. Still Colton Mitchell leading this race. This is your battle for 2nd on the track right now in the early runnings here. Mitchell trying to square back off. I'm sorry, Lang, that is, with Adam Holm right in front of him still. See if there's a spot Lang might have sized up to get Holm. Last time through, he was tripling to the inside of Holm here while Holm was still going for that double. Holm does the double again. Now Lang around the outside. 44 there on the ground. That's Trent Adams, I believe. So he's the first man on the goal lap down as Cohenauer gets into the tough blocks there. Lang just trying to find a way through here on Adam Holm. Oh, Holm got a little sideways in the whoops. I think Lang just momentarily reacted to it, and it bites him. So down he goes. So Cohenauer goes up into 3rd. Lang back to 4th, and Simo's inside of the top 5. Craig Leake is in 6th. Castellaneta 7th. Alex Kerr running 8th. Walter Gebhardt has come from all the way at the back to run in 9th. He's trying to go up to 8th on Alex Kerr. Gets the job done right there, but then slides out and goes back to 10th behind Matthias Janis. Chase Blakely running in 11th. Dennis Fjellberg here in 12th. Jeremy Smith, his teammate, right behind him in 13th. Leclerc in 14th. And Haley's back here. He's going to 15th on the inside of Copeland. We've got 4 single digits right here running 12, 13, 14, 15. As Leclerc goes bar to bar with Jeremy Smith. We got Fjellberg on the 3. Smith on the 4. Leclerc on the 7. And Haley on the 2. Leclerc up the inside. Gives Smith a nudge. And still triples onto the table from there. And then, ooh, wow, Fjellberg, I don't know how he didn't go down there, but look at this. This is your 2 championship contenders. Haley up the inside of Leclerc, gets the pass done. Now Leclerc trying to fight back. Look at how close these guys are. Dualies, tri-lees over the finish line jump. And this is for 12th right now on the track. This could be for the race lead easily with how much talent is back here. Haley, Smith, Fjellberg, battling it out with Leclerc. Leclerc gets back up the inside of Fjellberg. Now Fjellberg trying to sneak back up on him. Copeland still lurking back there. We've got Siebold down in 20th right now. Holmes still holds on to second. Kohenauer right behind him. And Leak's moved up to fourth, so Lang is actually just got Leak back for fourth. Difference of lines here, Smith versus Leclerc. Interesting that Leclerc, I thought maybe he would have gone through all these guys and stayed ahead of them, but then he passed everybody. Then Haley and Smith passed him right back, and now Haley's the one charging forward while Leclerc is still working on Smith, but it's just one of those nights for Leclerc. Just doesn't seem like it's clicking. I mean, all these guys, I would say, are having nights that doesn't feel like it's clicking. Haley to the outside, triple, trying to go up the inside, almost runs into the back of Craig Leak. Ooh, a little short on the tunnel there. Leclerc up the inside through the tough blocks to get Smith in the same spot he got him a couple laps ago. And then the triple on the table line. Interesting to see the difference, these guys. And now Leclerc already on Haley because the rider that was leaked down at the end of the rhythm lane there. So all three of these guys still locked together, trying to race forwards. And they just passed Alex Kerr, who was just like desperate to get out of the way. That was for position, and Kerr's like, I don't want to be a part of this. So Smith gets Leclerc back because Leclerc had laid it down in the corner. And again, Leclerc is like, how many times do I have to pass dang Jeremy Smith on this race? Tries up the inside again, backs out of the challenge. I mean, these guys are marching forward just a little bit. I think this is now 10th, 11th, and 12th on the track for these guys. Haley's up to 10th. There's Leclerc again, tripling from the inside. This is going to show us kind of the difference, which it seems like Smith's line is actually faster. Maybe a little bit better because you get a drive into the whoops like Leclerc does there to the inside, and Smith kind of flubbed up into the corner. But still, I think if Smith got it clean, it would have been a little faster. Smith trying to square off Leclerc and get a drive in the whoops here. Leclerc crosses over. Smith thinks about the inside, thinks outside then. Haley, meanwhile, working on the rider out of Brazil. That's Eduardo Simões. Haley was thinking inside. Simões goes to shut the door. Is going to probably allow Leclerc and maybe Smith to sneak up on these guys a little bit. Haley up the inside into 9th on Simões. Now here's Leclerc's triple on offline. Doesn't get enough of a drive this time to close up on Simões. Still has Smith lurking behind him as these guys continue to march forward. But out front, Colton Mitchell, quiet, steady race for the number 6, looking for his 5th career victory. Let's go ahead and do a quick top 10 rundown. This one is brought to you by MotoOption Clothing, title sponsor here. I guess for the 11th year running. I didn't realize they were MotoOption Clothing in 2011 as well. But yeah, 11th year running, founded in 2005 out of pure love for motorsports and design. MotoOption has continued to reinvent what a clothing company is all about. They pride themselves on staying true and giving back to the sports to support them. They support local tracks and organizations as well as maintain a large athlete sponsorship program. MotoOption gives back to the sports that fuel us, run by racers. They are motorsports. MotoOption Clothing brings you this top 10 rundown. Colton Mitchell on the number 6. Panini Motorsports Underground RC machine currently leads the main event here at Indianapolis. P2, Adam Holm on the atom.com, number 17, running in second. It's third for Jeremy Kohenauer on the MV Films, number 20, as the Race Factor Gaming president looks for his first podium of the season. Tyler Lang runs fourth on the Moto Playground, number 14, just ahead of Matthias Janis, his teammate, on the number 130. Sixth is Braden Castaneda, also their teammate. 3 different looks of the motorcycle, all gas, all Moto Playground. He's running in 6th on the number 63. 7th coming through now is Chase Blakely on the BPC number 21. 8th is now Leclerc on the AJ Originals number 7. 9th is Jeremy Smith on the SwapMotoLive.com number 4. And 10th is Eduardo Simões on the GSR number 294. That has been your top 10 rundown, brought to you by MotoOption Clothing. So Haley must have went down. He's now back with Fjellberg and behind Leclerc and Smith by a decent little bit. So Haley 9 points up in the championship coming in right now. It looks like he's losing 1, 2, 3, 4 points. 3 points to Leclerc. Just gained some back though. You actually gained 2 back. Now he's only losing 2 points to Leclerc. So Haley making some moves. Now just has Jeremy Smith between himself and Leclerc. Leclerc still getting that triple on there. He's trying to run down Chase Blakely. Honestly, everybody's so spread out at this point. Walter Gebhardt, he was up inside the top 5, then disconnected, so not sure what happened. Janice, a little bit ways back here of Cohenauer. Lang up here has moved around Cohenauer, so he's up into 3rd now. He's on the podium. Adam Holm just putting Devin Davis a lap down there. Oof, Holm a little kick right there, getting sideways. And Colton Mitchell continues to lead. Let's lap time check these guys real quick. 50.3, 50.1 is his best out front, 5.6 second lead. A 51.8 for Holm with a 51.2 as his best. So Mitchell has the outright speed, but Holm's consistency has kept him close. Let's see how much time on this lap alone Holm loses. They're starting to get into some lap traffic too. Not a heavy dose of it, but there's probably 6 guys coming up within about a couple laps here for Mitchell to try to lap. So that could be difficult to navigate. Holm just looking smooth as butter. Unfortunately for him, smooth as butter is not going to be as fast as what Colton Mitchell's laying down out front right now, but it's still a very strong effort, and at the very least keeping him close. Just re-ran his fastest lap of the race at a 51.2. Mitchell did a 50.7 though, so that lap alone gained half a second on Holm. Lang actually kind of closed the gap down on both of them last time by. Then Cohenauer and Janice rounding out your top 5. Leclerc has moved up to 6. Jeremy Smith has followed him all the way up to 7th. Blakely is right behind them in 8th as Adams getting on the track there. Castanet is 9th. Fjellberg is 10th. Jack Haley's back down to 11th. So Haley really kind of struggling with consistency at the mid-race point here. Trying to get it together. And this close fight right here, Leclerc, Smith, and Blakely all battling it out for 6th right now on the track. So this actually might be a very tidy points night for Adam Holm and Tyler Lang, who are sitting 5th and 4th respectively in the championship after both of them had at least one rough round at the Houston triple header. With Leclerc and Haley both not really optimizing the night and maybe neither finishing inside the top 5, at least as they run, Lang could sneak into this thing a little bit, get some valuable points tonight by gaining 2 or 3 extra points than these guys could. Leclerc, a little bobble out of the corner. Blakely just straight up past Jeremy Smith and is now closing on Leclerc. So we'll see if the 21 machine finds a bit of a groove here. 9-second lead for Mitchell out front. Lang definitely closing up on Holm at this point, and those would be valuable points to get. As it runs right now with Leclerc running in the 6th spot. He would be picking up 16 points, I believe it is. And if Lang can get in a 2nd, he'd get 23 points. So obviously that would be ideal for him. As Leclerc, little mistake right there, loses some ground. Here comes Blakely. Blakely trying to get a drive in the whoops. My goodness, is he sketchy. Up the inside. Wow, what a move, Chase Blakely. And it kind of ruined Leclerc's drive. So now Smith is trying to get back there. Not able to get... Oh, he showed him a wheel. Here it is. Look at that. Jeremy Smith also makes a pass on Leclerc. 2 passes for Leclerc. And then Blakely goes down immediately. So now Leclerc gets back by him. Smith up into the 6th spot. As these guys continue to fight with each other, they're pretty much costing themselves a chance at going forward, I think. They were doing a nice little bit of freight training at one point. Leclerc looking for an opportunity to get back around Smith. These two have a lot of real mutual respect for each other. It's not often you see Leclerc or Smith run it in on one another. Leclerc has been in a few shares of rivalries over the years. Smith really hasn't had any rivalries, but he has had some dirty moments on the track, but I've never seen these two get together like that. And Haley's having an awful night. Siebold's climbed all the way up to 10th. So looking for the 2 10th place finishes in the main events he's actually made. And Jack Haley's down in 15th. And at this point, it might cost him the championship lead, although Leclerc just went down. Blakely probably too far back to get to him in time. Yeah, Leclerc already up and going, so really just going to cost Leclerc maybe a chance at 5th, I guess, because they caught Janis. Jeremy Smith has now caught Matthias Janis here. So the number 4 machine closing down on the 130. And not too far behind Kohenauer either. I just saw a flash of that red up the road. Meanwhile, Lang has caught Adam Holm. They're lapping Jack Haley. And with a couple minutes to go here, this is going to be some huge points for Lang, especially with Leclerc having more problems. Both Haley and Leclerc having really just off nights. Leclerc was having a terrible night, but salvaged it at this point, and Haley's night is going from okay to terrible quickly. Lang going inside, triple-double, Haley down again. It's just going so badly. Wouldn't you believe it, though? Tyler Lang, if he gets Adam Holm here, mind you, Lang has never won a Race Factor Gaming 450 main event. But if he gets Adam Holm here, he'd move into 2nd, and this would be his 3rd second-place finish this year if he gets it done. He finished 2nd at the first 2 rounds. Bad week last week, but on the verge of maybe getting another 2nd-place finish here. And still just can't quite get that elusive first victory, but definitely putting himself right in the thick of championship contention. Laying up the inside again, does the roll double, triple line this time instead of the triple double. And oh, he's so close. He's putting so much pressure on Holm for 2nd here, and they're lapping, is that Trent Adams, I believe, and Alex Heckman, yes. Lang trying to square back up underneath. Rider down. 76 of Ohlert. Oh my goodness, Holm out of shape. Lang almost into the back of him. Getting to crunch time here for these guys. 19 minutes on the clock, so we should still get one more lap to go next time by. Just depends on how quickly our race leader gets there. Lang tries to get a drive to the outside, and the whoops can't get there. Trying to square off Holm again. Hits the outside of the tunnel, back underneath. Going to be almost bar to bar with the 17. Up the inside for 2nd, gets it. Holm! Oh, I thought he was going to tee him up, but Lang holds on, and Holm actually almost went down. Lost a lot of ground, so Kohenauer's lurking back here. But how about that? Lang up into 2nd. Adam Holm now drops back to 3rd. Still a podium effort, though, for the 17. Probably going to at least pass Braden Carter in the points, if not someone else at this point with Haley so far back. Smith still waiting for an opportunity to get Matthias Janis. He's down in 6th, and Leclerc trying to charge back forward. Go on board with the Frenchman for a minute here and see if he can't reel in Smith as the laps wind down here. Colton Mitchell only a section behind them, so race leader going to get the white flag probably next time by, or is the white flag already waving? Nope, white flag not waving just yet. 50.1, Leclerc resets his best lap of the race. And white flag will be coming out this time by for race leader Colton Mitchell. Turning a dismal Houston triple header into his first win of the season right now. 3rd different winner we've had this season. And his 5th career win as well it will be, as Leclerc is still just trying to inch up onto Jeremy Smith, but Smith, ever the consistent rider, just keeping him at bay right now. Smith actually trying to close up on Kohenauer. Kohenauer and Janis are both right in front of these guys. That could be huge for Leclerc if he can get any of these guys, really. Gets just a couple more points. Help his chances of keeping a chance at the points lead. Lang might be able to get it. Not sure. Haley's just buried back there, though. But how about this ride? Colton Mitchell got to the front early and controlled the race nearly from the beginning. It's his first win of the season. It's the 5th win of his career. Colton Mitchell wins Indianapolis 1. Lang will indeed hold on for second here. Second place of the season might be good enough for the points lead. At least he's going to get right back into this title fight very quickly with a nice ride for second. Adam Holm rounds out the podium. He'll be disappointed he couldn't hold it. And Leclerc has gotten up to 4th. So yeah, Janice, Kohenauer, and Smith must have all got together. And this actually will probably give Leclerc the points lead because Haley just finished 19th. An awful effort for Haley. And we'll see red plates next week on Leclerc at Indy 2 with a 4th place finish. Jeremy Smith will end up 5th. Blakely 6th. Janice blows the top 5 and finishes 7th. Kohenauer almost blows a podium and ends up 8th. Fjellberg will cross the line 9th. And Seabolt, 2 main events he's made this year, he'll finish 10th. Castaneda was 11th. Kerr, Ohlert, Heckman, Simos, Davis, Copeland, Leak, and Haley 19th. Brutal night for Haley. Adams 20th. 21st was Wilson. 22nd was Gebhardt. Look and see if cuts changed anything. Nope. Everything stayed the same. Colton Mitchell, your winner here tonight in Indianapolis. So for the final time, give a quick shout out to all of our sponsors: MotoOption, Clothing, MX Simulator, Race Tech Suspension, Phil Ski and Snowboard, Underground RC, Start Your Systems, OGL Paco on Twitch, and MXS Lobby for all their continued support here of Race Factor Gaming Supercross. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one here tonight. Great night of racing, great fun for all of you guys joining us in chat. Hopefully it was a blast, of course, here in booth. I certainly had a blast myself, so thank you guys for making this night a lot of fun. The 250 main event was one of the most insane main events I've seen maybe ever. The 450 main event also very good to watch as well. A lot of fun to broadcast these every week as we continue to do. And thanks everybody that donated. Thanks everybody that had the time to hang out and chat tonight. Hopefully you guys had a lovely night here, round 4 of MotoOption Supercross from Indy. And we'll be back next Wednesday with Indy 2, round number 5 of MotoOption Supercross. Same place, same time, 6:15 p.m. Pacific, 9:15 p.m. Eastern. And it'll be round 5 of MotoOption Supercross at Indy. We'll see you guys then. So long for now.
And you're not listening. It is your choice to make a little mockery. It won't do. Further down the line, still surrendering, trying harder to forgive you. Candlelight has gone out. Some will win and some will lose. Nothing much else to say. Thought I was searching for something. Door has closed, not a sound. Slow down, slow down, slow down.